welcome if you are a MoMonday virgin.
For those of you who don't know, sparring is getting ready for your fight. So you are in full headgear, mouth guard, protectors are on, you're in the ring, and you are throwing punches with an opponent who is actually throwing punches back at you. Your heart rate is jacked, there's a lot going on, but this is how you get ready for your fight. So when I got into boxing, there were not a lot of women in boxing, never mind women my age or my size. So, you know, to make it fair, they decided they wouldn't put me with the heavyweight boys who were 200 pounds because they were all scared of me anyway.
Well, they were all ready to go. They had booked their passage. Her friend came down with the measles or the mumps, whatever. Had to book off the Titanic. Missed the Titanic. Thank goodness for the measles or the mumps. When I got old enough to understand the impact of that, because this has been folklore in our family for years, now here's the muse coming out, and my grandmother. English lady. I'm about 12 and I said, Nanny, you were at sea when you heard the Titanic had gone down. The Titanic was unsinkable, and you were in the middle of the North Atlantic. Were you worried? Well, couldn't just very well walk back to England now, could we?
Said, okay, come back next day. And I went back. Same uncle that told me they can never give me the visa, gave me the money for the flight. I said, fine, this is good, this is working fine. And I got a plane and I landed in England. Man, in Africa it's always hot. But in England it was just about -2. And I landed and I looked. I said, wow, I need to go back home now.
Worst fears are being realized. Oh my God, I am in the water with a shark. It's only hour 2. So I said, David, there's a shark. And he goes, don't be silly, don't be silly. And I went, 2 o'clock, and he looks and he grabs my arm. He says, sweetie, we gotta get out of here. We gotta move, run. And he's pulling on me, and I was suddenly I stood there. My toes were digging into the sand. Every part of my body was tense and tight, and I was absolutely terrified as this thing was now 10 feet from my legs, just coasting along silently.
And she says to us, you have to shake it. So I started shaking it. And she comes closer and she goes, you have to shake it, give it your best. I knew what it means. So I started dancing. The more I was dancing, the hotter I got. The hotter I got, the hat went, the scarf went, the jacket went, and I was shaking.
Get close, get close, get close, get close. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, be careful for her, be careful for her. This is your